college football programs should have to wait until the offseason before they can hire a new head coach. Yeah, I was really considering sending you a take just like this because of all the
Yep.
Lane Kiffin news, everybody getting mad of him leaving, and then also the news of him wanting to stay coaching, but it's like you already accepted another job. It doesn't make sense. So I think this is where college football sort of has to wait a bit longer and wait till the end of the season, wait till the national championship to make those offers because it sort of messes with the entire program. The morale, Lane Kiffin, right? I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Uh,
no, interesting name, but yeah, no.
yeah. A name you wouldn't really expect to be this big of a move, but it is in college football, which is sort of surprising. But, going from Ole Miss to LSU, I get why he did it. LSU, the prestige of that program name, it's when you want to coach compared to Ole Miss. But what he's done at Ole Miss, big changes, and what they're doing this season, I would have wished he could have gone through it without bringing all this noise and drama to the team because I haven't read into it much. I've just seen all the videos of, him going onto the plane in Ole Miss, all the fans flicking him off, yelling at him, talking smack. And LSU already has him, I think, on their website, as head
Yeah,
coach.
for
So,
sure. Yeah, no, I completely agree. You know, the reason why, I agree with you on this take that, they should have to wait until the college football season is over is because college football is structured a whole lot different than what the NFL is.
mhm,
Obviously, it's the biggest word here is developmental, and that's exactly, everything from these players learning more about the game at a higher level, playing with a lot of, phenomenal
mhm,
athletes that, are surrounding them better than, probably what they played with in high school, unless they went to like a super elite high
yeah,
school program. But the big thing is, developing young men.
mhm,
When it comes to these things, you're developing, not only who they are as a player, but who they are, off the field as well, and what it takes to be, a professional, make this a career, and build something out of it. And these coaches kind of, seizing opportunities, and obviously dollars, count, and the prestige of the college that they're going to is a big
mhm,
deal, of course, as
yeah,
well. But you kind of leave, mid-season and you're preaching things about like consistency or,
yeah,
put your all out there on the field, but then, it's okay for them to go ahead and, leave at the end of a season where you're about to go into the college football playoff. And then, you're Ole Miss, for example, is I believe 11-1 at the moment, going to be
yeah.
most likely heading into the playoff. And, they've been a good team, but, for him to leave and make this decision now is just, it's tough. You think about Lane, you think about Ole Miss, what they're going to do, but you also
Mhm.
have to think about all of these players. And